Hello YouTube again. This is another movie review vlog, and you know, I'll try to be a little bit more consistent with the movie reviews. Like I usually the videos that I make, like I usually tend to be wishy-washy. Sometimes I put a TV show review, and sometimes I make a different kind of video. But I'm gonna try to keep with the theme of a movie review kind of TV show, kind of show. So. Anyways, for this year, I haven't really seen any movies that like caught my attention, like movies I've been excited for. Like the only two movies that that came out this year or are coming out that I'm actually excited for. The Last Airbender and Inception. And The Last Airbender was really bad, and Inception was really good. Now, so I never really cared about any other movies coming out this year, so, you know, most of the movies that I went to that weren't those two movies, I usually was taken to it, or yeah, I was just taken to it. Like, anyways, for Salt, I still really didn't care. Like, I saw the poster, like, a few times, and the poster was just like, who is Salt? And I never really saw any advertisement until like a week before the movie came out. And when I saw the previews, it just looked like the Bourne Identity to me. I called it the female Bourne Identity, and I heard others who called it the female Bourne Identity, and I can believe that. People can believe that. It's not that hard to believe it. But my cousins kept telling me that the movie had a potential to be good. I mean, if it was going to be a female Bourne Identity, that's not a bad thing to say. The Bourne Identity movies are pretty good. So once again, I was dragged into it opening day, and I know the movie came out a few days before, and I should have made a video on the day, but I had to go through Ellen Page week, so. The movie Salt. Oh, Salt. It's not a bad movie, but it's not a very memorable movie. It was just okay. I mean, I was entertained, but, you know, the movie feels like wasted potential for some reason. Like, they've spent all this time keeping, like, the origins of Salt secret, trying to make her character, like, really just, like, they're trying to build up her character to be the next Bourne, but the movie feels wasted for some reason. And I saw it only once, and, like, I know I should have, like, to make more notes, I should have seen it again, but the movie I went to see today I went to see Inception again, so I kind of wasted that opportunity. So I'm just going strictly by memory. And the first thing that you noticed in this movie is just how much conspiracy garbage this movie is. Like, that's the first thing I really noticed in it. I mean, it's more of a nitpick, but there's too much conspiracy theory garbage in this, like, Cold War-esque kind of garbage, where they have like reports about how the Soviets like used to take children, Russian children or Soviet children, whatever. They used to kidnap them and take them to camps and train them to be spies. And one of them was the killer of JFK. Like, I was just in the audience, just going like, when that was happening. This is so stupid. And you know, the JFK assassination is debatable at best, but come on, seriously. And most of the movie is just conspiracy garbage. Just like the movie's thing is that the Soviet Union trained sleeper agents to go into like American society, embed themselves in it, and then when the time comes, they would do their mission. I mean, they milked the crap out of this concept, where like they have Okay, the thing that they're spoilers. The thing that they're talking about day X is like a certain day when an agent, a Soviet agent, will go and kill the president and bring the downfall to America, whatever. And it's a really interesting thing, but then it feels poorly handled for some reason, and not because it's conspiracy garbage, but the other major problem with this movie is that the writing just feels clumsy. It just feels really clunky. And even though like even though the movie's a step ahead, a step above some of the other movies, like it actually acknowledges some of the plot holes and actually answers them, but the movie is just, it feels really weirdly written. Like the character Salt, like it never really establishes her as a good character until near the end, and you're just going like, am I supposed to be for this character or against her? Because like her character, she's a spy, and oh, well, that's a big spoiler, but it turns out she's framed for being a Russian spy, but it turns out she is a Russian spy, and that she's working for the Soviets, but it turns out she's not working for the Soviets, but it turns out she is working for the Soviets, but it turns out she defected from the Soviets, and you know, they could have just really just simplified it and made her for the character to root for in the beginning. Instead, most of the time you're just going like, oh god, she's the bad guy, and then near the middle, just like, oh god, she's the good guy, and then it's like, oh god, she's the bad guy, and then in the end, she's like, oh god, she's the good guy now, and then she's officially the good guy, and then you're just going like, wow, we rooted for her until we didn't start rooting for her until the end. That's the kind of feeling it is. And then the other points in the movie, they just come out of nowhere. It just feels like they're just pulling it out of their butts. Like, another spoiler, it turns out like the CIA guy who's her best friend is the Russian sleeper agent assigned to start World War III, whatever. And it just comes out of nowhere because it really feels like he was an American agent, and then he's just like, agents just aren't supposed to have guns, da 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 da, and then he's like, oh, I'm an agent. And then it just feels so out of nowhere with this. And then when she kills the president, it's like, it tries to make a twist by like, it doesn't tell the audience that she didn't really kill the president until near the end. But most of the movie, you feel like she really, for real, killed the president, and you're just going like, once again, is this a character to root for and not root for? And they could have really just like made this a little better. They could have wrote this a little better, but no. And yeah, that's my two major problems of this movie. But everything else, I will have to admit, was okay. Like, the acting was okay. Like, Angelina Jolie, it's not her best role, but she does her best. I mean, there's only like one moment in this movie where it was a little cringeworthy. Other good points in the movie, the other actors were pretty good. Like, I like Liev Schreiber as the CIA agent. He was pretty good. And I can't say his name, but the black guy playing the CIA agent who's trying to capture Salt. When I was in there, I was making Serenity jokes because it's the same guy who played the operative in Serenity, and he's playing the exact same role he was in Serenity. He's a government agent trying to find a rogue people who are against the government. I was like I was just making Serenity jokes, like when he's talking about he wants to capture Salt because he feels like she's a threat to the president. I was just going, it's like, I am a terrible person. I kill children, but it's because I believe in the government. I miss Serenity. That was a good movie. And the action scenes are entertaining, I guess, and if you want, you could laugh at how absurd the movie is, but, you know, it was just a movie that, it's just a popcorn flick. You're just watching explosions, and it's not good writing. It's definitely not good writing. But it was okay, I guess. And in the end, they sequel baited us, so, like, I guess it's good enough for a sequel. I guess. Like, maybe, like, Fast and Furious, I guess, kind of thing. Like, you didn't expect a Too Fast, Too Furious to come out. What, like, the next movie Saw is just gonna be like Pepper. Anyways. So Saw, it wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It was okay. Oh, I would see it again just for fun, but it's not. But if you're just looking for a good time in theaters, go ahead. Go ahead. There's nothing wrong with it. Anyways, see ya.